Play ball!
If they don't win, it's a shame. It's 1-2. They fight you out of the old ball game.
What's up, guys? Happy Sports Sunday, and welcome to Talkin' Tribe with Tito, Episode 3. Congratulations, Cleveland Guardians are headed for the 2024 American League Championship Series against the Yankees. So, a couple programming notes here. So again, I'm Tito Round Trippers from the Honest Abe Sports Report, and a couple other previous publications. Thank you for joining us on your Sports Sunday. Hoping you don't get caught leaning off second base. Watch your chase rate. Mind your P's and Q's in this 2024 pennant race. Please follow us wherever like and subscribe you get your podcasts. We are widely accessible. You can follow us or get the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Apple Podcasts. In addition to iHeartRadio, I believe. On to the ALCS. Couple shows. Got the Abraham Jenkins show coming up tomorrow at 6, live from the Lincoln Lounge. Might be a pop-up episode of the Sports Report this week as well. So it should be a busy week with our tribe in the LCS and everything. Stephen Kwan, blistering series, 11 for 21, hit 524 in this LCS. In this division round, which is huge. And we were wondering if we would get our Catalyst back into Catalyst form and hoping he was recovered from the injury. Even hit a double, stole a base for good measure. Had 11 hits in the division series. Rocchio and Lane Thomas, by comparison, with 6 were the next closest. So he was our only double-digit hit guy that series, and it was not close. So shout out to Quan. He's apparently 100% and hopefully return to his early season form where he was just finding grass every at bat, spraying base hits everywhere and keeping rallies going. Bright future for our AL Central as the Tigers and Royals are both departed now from this pennant chase, but they had some spirited runs. It'll be interesting to see whether the Twins spend some money or retool or what, because yes, definitely I'll be just as bullish on the Guardians next year, and the Royals and Tigers also figure to have strong rosters on paper and good record projections for 2025. So all the more reason to take advantage of this division championship, harder 2-seed bye, decent draw we got this year, because winning this division is not going to get any easier in the future. We were rather inconsistent and uneven about doing it, but we did get our 4 runs a game I said we needed, and true to form. Now, mind you, we got those runs scoring 7, 0, 0, 5, and 7, so it was an odd way to get to about 20 runs in 5 games, but we got our 4 runs a game, and as suspected, that was enough for our pitching staff, whose ERA was a rock-solid 2.66 on the series. So we move on after a hard-fought 5-game series. Head to the Bronx tomorrow night. Games 1 and Games 2 are in New York, Monday and Tuesday. The Yankees will be tough. They're the 1 seed. They are the only team in our league that won more games than us. That's how they've earned this home field advantage here in this LCS. Certainly say with the Garrett Cole, Rodon 1-2 punch, they have a somewhat decisively better rotation than us, and certainly a little more star power on offense with that dynamic duo of Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. Now 1-26. The Guardians play some good ball. I think the Guardians are a deeper team 1-26. Like anyone else in the major leagues, we have a better bullpen. We are not lacking star power on offense either, with Jose Ramirez and even Josh Naylor having his moments here and there. So this is going to be a heck of a battle. This is going to be a great series. As this playoff field was shaping up in the middle of September and stuff, I said to myself that somewhat wide open field. I was really impressed with the Phillies. I thought if anyone could go 11-2 in the playoffs on a tear, just not really get touched, like 3-game division series sweep, 4-1 LCS, 4-1 World Series, it'd be the Phillies if they garnered home field and just kept hitting and pitching at the elite level they were. But the Phillies are gone. Now we got a Final Four of the Dodgers, Mets, Yankees, and Guardians. Just underway now is the ALCS Game 1 between the Dodgers and Mets, which is very interesting to us now that we are one more series away from the World Series. So, obviously, we can handle our business against the Yankees. We will be playing the winner of this guy, and we would have home field advantage if we faced the Mets in the World Series by virtue of our 92 wins versus their 89. The Dodgers won more games than us. If the Dodgers were to prevail, they would have home field in the World Series. So, in addition to the Dodgers being a tougher matchup on paper, we also would not have the home field. So, generally speaking, most Guardians fans looking ahead, angling for a more manageable matchup, will be pulling for those underdog Mets out there in the NL. But not as big underdogs as you might think a 2 versus 6 LCS would be. The Dodgers, Freddie Freeman's hurt. He's a huge part of what they do. And, you know, they're a pretty flawed 2 seed. They won an impressive amount of games, but they haven't been playing their best ball lately down the stretch. They're certainly beatable and human. Really, all 4 of these teams left in the field are in their own way. So, playoff history against the Yankees with the Cleveland baseball franchise. We were both in the Eastern Division, so up until 1994, it was not even logistically possible to meet in the playoffs. We have met them in the playoffs 6 times since 1994, winning 2 of those series and losing 4. The infamous bug game that I was at in 2007 was one of our rare Yankee playoff series victories. We won the 2007 AL Division Series 3-1. And we also won en route to our World Series appearance in 97 against the Marlins, the 97 AL Division Series 3-2. And that's really noteworthy because the Yankees, they won it all in 96, 98, 99, and 2000. Yes, so they won 4 titles in 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. So that 97, we didn't have their number much in the playoffs, but the bug game was a memorable one. And that 97 AL Division Series, if I'm not mistaken, stopped them from 5-peating. So we really got the best of a team in the middle of a huge dynasty there. Yeah, because 96, the Yankees beat the Braves. 98, the Padres. The Subway Series against the Mets in 2000, and then I think in 99 they beat the Braves again in the World Series, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, during the Yankees' run of pretty much winning the World Series every year, we managed to clip them in the 97 Division Series. Obviously we went on to lose that World Series, but still that was a good victory. So yes, the Yankees have been a familiar foe. As far as disappointing Cleveland baseball playoff runs in last decade, 2010s, obviously a lot of people go to the World Series in 2016, and rightfully so. We were up 3-1. We were right there in the clincher. Rajay Davis's homer, and obviously that didn't quite work out. But the next year we possibly had an even better team. 2017 was the year we had that just insane 23-game winning streak down the stretch, like pretty close to the end of the season. And boy, we were a heck of a team. I thought we were headed to another World Series appearance at minimum there. And we got off to a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 to Division Series against the Yankees. And unfortunately, that did not work out. So, 2022, we also lost to the Yankees. There wasn't much expected of us, but still, it was disappointing after a somewhat spirited wild card victory against the Rays and then to lose to them. So Jose Ramirez and a couple of our longtime Guardians definitely definitely would like to get the best of the Yankees after what they've did to us in the past few years in the playoffs, whether it be 2017, 2022. It's going to be a good series. ALCS toes the rubber for game one. So I don't know what our final roster is going to be. I don't believe it's been announced. I didn't see it in print anywhere where I was sniffing around doing research for the show. But Ben Lively was not on the roster last round. And he may not end up on this roster. We'll see. Or he may take Andrew Walter's place, the most shaky of their relievers who are on the Division Series roster. We'll have to see, because a lot of people thought Lively's best path to being on this LCS roster was a starter for game one, because we knew Bibby wouldn't be rested enough. But it looks like we're going Cobb game one, and then Bibby could probably be ready by game two. So it would probably be Cobb, Bibby, Boyd, and we'll see what we end up doing for game four and beyond with our rotation. Nothing's been announced but Cobb. I believe Bibby will be on close enough to his normal rest to start game two, but nothing starter-wise for us has been announced but Cobb. And we got to see what the Yankees do. I'm trying to remember what day Cole pitched, because they clinched a day early. I'm pretty sure Cole will be ready. Cole or Rodon, one of their top two pitchers. And, you know, Rodon was sort of like ace 1B for the Yankees. There's not much drop-off between Cole and him, I'm afraid. They're a pretty good duo. I'm sure one of them will be ready for game one, whoever that may be, and then we'll update you guys as specific matchups trickle in for that. Also wanted to point out, last series, in addition to the 2.66 ERA, the staff struck out 11.9 people per 9 innings. That's excellent. Strikeouts in general in baseball are on the rise, so maybe, you know, 9 Ks per 9 innings. A K an inning isn't the magic number quite it used to be, but that's still pretty impressive. And we had not 9, but 11.9 strikeouts per 9 innings. So Cade Smith and really a lot of our pitching staff mowing people down, missing bats. We'll want to keep that up against the Yankees. That'll come in handy to avoid the big inning. Like I said, they might not have the deepest lineup, but they do have some dangerous stars in Soto and Judge. So if we can miss some bats and stop them from turning over lineups and getting big rallies, that'll be big. Roster-wise, just speculation / shout-outs to people that played well. Rocchio had a heck of a division series. Like I said, no one other than Lane Thomas tying him and Stephen Kwan had more hits that series with his 6 hits in the 5-game series. And he played some awesome defense. So, pretty interesting with how well Rocchio played. Do we leave Schneemann off the roster this round? Schneemann was on the roster last round. He did not appear. Seemingly, he's the only person we're comfortable backing Rocchio up at shortstop. But with Rocchio emerging to a degree, and Jimenez plays shortstop in winter ball, I'm sure he could be an emergency shortstop. So as far as speculating, tinkering with the roster from round to round, we might not carry Schneemann if we were mainly carrying him because we did not want to play Rocchio every day. So we certainly have a guy physically capable of playing shortstop in Jimenez, albeit he hasn't done it at the big league level in a while. So the plan could be for Jimenez to be the emergency shortstop and pretty much play Rocchio every day. And that could free us up. I think there's still room if we go that route. We could carry one more pitcher than we did last round or swap out position players for someone maybe more useful to us in the postseason round than Schneemann since he didn't play. So we will have to see how that goes in the speculation department. Like I said, the emergence of Rocchio, great for the team, but probably has Schneemann a little nervous whether he's on this roster or not. Again, I don't think that we necessarily have to disclose that information until tomorrow, and I don't think we're one to go out of our way to disclose things earlier than we have to. I'm actually surprised that we have ironclad announced Cobb starting game one. So when I know more about our Division Series roster, I will be sure to let you guys know. So this is going to be a tough series, but it's doable. The Tigers were red hot. The Phillies were the only team, like I said, that I thought was capable of just a blistering 11-2 playoff run. No one touches them, and they're long gone. So this is a pretty wide open field, and we're going to be talking more baseball. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a pop-up show for the Sports Report coming at you at some point this week. Every other Tuesday, you can always catch us at 7 p.m. on the Honest Days Sport Report. It won't be this Tuesday scheduled, but again, stay tuned. We'll probably be talking about a pop-up show here soon, what with us and the ALCS and other things happening in the sports world and stuff that we want to cover in a timely manner and such. So let's keep posted for that, and I am expecting a raucous atmosphere when this series shifts back to Cleveland for 3 games in a row. It stinks that we don't have home field, but we will in the 2-3-2 format, having games 3, 4, and 5 later in the week, have a nice foothold on the middle of this series with our home crowd. Let's hope that, the Yankees travel well. There will be Yankees fans in the stands, but let's hope that they don't travel especially well, and we've got a sea of Guardian apparel and Tribe apparel in the crowd with just the tiniest requisite smattering of Yankee stuff. That's what I'm looking for when this shifts back to Cleveland. It's going to be a hot ticket. Downtown's going to be bustling, and I am really looking forward to an intense, competitive series. Josh Naylor of our big hitters probably had the slowest series last go round. I'm looking for him to hopefully get going and just Voit to keep, for the most part, pushing the right buttons and feathering the trigger on all those pinch hitting and bullpen maneuvers. And Final Four, baby. Let's enjoy some October baseball. This is going to be an excellent series. We're going to be talking a lot more baseball. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we got the pop-up show coming this week. Probably do a little shorts, game by game, now that's the LCS. So there's plenty more baseball covers coming. That's about all I've got for you guys today. Go Tribe. We are 8 more wins away from our goal to win the whole damn thing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see everyone very soon.
Play ball!
If they don't win, it's a shame.